Hello and welcome back to the FM Connection and the latest instalment of the Content Creators Prediction Contest. My name is Anders and you can find me at AndersBazFM on YouTube and Twitter. But please remember to subscribe here to the FM Connection and share your thoughts on mine and everyone else's predictions in the comments below. Now, looking at the standings, I might be in second, but there's a big old 7-point gap to the top and to straight edge. So I need to do something big over these last couple of weeks of the contest. So with that in mind, I'm going to introduce you to Upset Week. Now, before we get on to the actual predictions, I'm going to be upset in the first game if Burnley beat Villa. So by law, I've got to go for a Villa victory, regardless of whether it's an upset or not. I'm going to go with 2-0 Villa as the final score. Next, we've got Chelsea and Wolves. Now, is it really an upset if Wolves win against a very inconsistent Chelsea side who can flip between brilliant and terrible each week? Yeah, sure, why not? We'll go Chelsea 1, Wolves 2. Next, we've got Palace against Watford. And I'm not sure about you, but I can't really remember the last time that Watford won a game or even looked likely to. So that's going to change this week. I'm going to go Palace 0, Watford 1. Now, I don't actually think this next one is that much of an upset, really. We've got Brighton against Manchester United now. Brighton have been in decent form and they could do with some more points to try and hold on to their top half spot. And Man United are Man United, so with that in mind, I'll go Brighton 3, Manchester United 2. And finally, because I actually want to score some points, I'm not going to go for the upset in the Liverpool against Spurs game. I think Liverpool are on course to not drop another point this season. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 victory here, which means that it's likely the only game of the week that's going to actually see an upset, and I'm going to be stuffed. So there we have it. That's my predictions this week for Upset Week. Let's see how far I can fall down the standings by trying to go all out for victory. It's like I've stuck my mentality on very attacking. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Hey guys, it's FM Jonno here. You can catch me on Road to Legends football chat show, FM Jonno TV on all platforms. We're here today with the FM Connection. My predictions for the week are Burnley versus Villa. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think Burnley are going to stay up now, and I think Everton or Leeds are going to go down. So I'm going to go for a Burnley to get a result against Villa, and it's going to be 2-2. Next is Chelsea versus Wolves. Obviously, they've just come off a bad result against a poor Everton team, but I think they will bounce back, and I'm saying 3-2 against a very good Wolves team. I'm going to go for goals in that game. Wolves are having a good season. Then we're going to Palace versus Watford. I'm going to go for Palace to get the win here quite comfortably. I'm going 3-0 Palace. Palace have had a good season. Watford are very poor. Next we go Brighton versus United at the Amex. I think we'll get the job done here. I'm going 2-0 United. And Liverpool versus Spurs. I think this will be a good game. I think Spurs are still fighting for that Champions League football under Conte. But I think Liverpool will have too much of them, especially their confidence after getting to the Champions League final. Still being in that title race right to the end as well. So I am going to go for a 3-1 win to Liverpool. Make sure you check us out on all platforms. Road to Legends Football Chat Show and FM Jonno TV on all platforms. Make sure you get those applications in for Road to Legends. You haven't got very long. You've got till the 18th. So get those applications in. Some really big names applied so far, so make sure you get them in soon before you run out of time. See you soon. You've all been legends.
Hello everybody, Frankly FM84 here. We are back for another weekend of Premier League predictions in the Content Creators Predictions League. We currently have clear-cut leader in Straight Edge TV. We are all on the hunt, but the weeks are running out, so we do need to start picking up points. Let's not worry about that too much. Let's get into the weekend's games. The first one up is Burnley against Aston Villa. This is a tight game, a game that I think is probably too close to call. Burnley scrapping for their lives, trying to get points wherever they can. Villa are safe. They're kind of gone into coasting mode. I could see both teams putting up a good fight. I think this will be a 1-1 draw, if I'm honest. I think both teams will take a point. Burnley obviously need as many points as they can get. But yeah, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw for this game. The next one then is Chelsea against Wolves. I think Chelsea are a team that have a lot of turmoil going on at the moment. They're up one week, they're down the next. The game against Everton was just shocking. Probably should give Pickford a bit more credit, but Chelsea were poor on the day, helped Frank out in his moment of need. Everton didn't play brilliantly, and Chelsea kind of just huffed and puffed and couldn't get anywhere. Wolves, they're a team which baffle me. I don't know why they are where they are in the table. They're kind of, I think they've got a slight positive goal difference, so they don't concede many goals, but they do score some goals, and I don't think that they probably are in the right place in the table. I think they've got a little bit of luck here and probably had a little bit of luck against them. So, yeah, I've got a feeling they'll concede goals in this game. I think Chelsea will get back to winning ways. I think Chelsea are going to win the game at 2-0. The next one then is Crystal Palace against Watford. So, in the midweek, Roy Hodgson once again announced that he's going to be stepping away from football in the summer. He doesn't anticipate taking another Premier League job. So, the first game after that announcement is going to one of his former teams. I can't see Crystal Palace doing him any favours and giving him any gifts. I think Watford are all but down in mathematical terms. And I think Crystal Palace are a team that on their day play some really good football. And if they turn up and play the way they can, I think they will run out easy winners. I'm going to go with the Crystal Palace 3-1 victory in this game. The next one then is Brighton against Manchester United. Man United, another of the teams in turmoil, constantly changing managers, systems, players, the backroom staff is, the backroom issues, I think have rotted the core out of the club. The Glazers, probably every Manchester United fan would prefer them gone. As a Liverpool fan, though, it is quite hilarious sometimes watching them struggle. All the times that we have been through that ourselves in the years leads me to know that they probably will come back stronger, but definitely not in the next couple of years. In terms of Brighton, they're a team that were right up there at the start of the season, started off like a rocket ship, could have gone top of the league, I believe, at one point, didn't take their chances. Then they've had a bit of an up and down season where they play well one week, poor the next. I don't think Brighton are strong enough to beat Man United. I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory in this one for Manchester United. And finally, onto the big game of the weekend, certainly for me and Tony, FMDNA, as our two teams collide at Anfield. Liverpool against Tottenham. Liverpool still fighting on all four fronts. Had a bit of a shaky first half against Villarreal. Turned around, showed the class. Tottenham, on the other hand, they are a team that I think do well in these kinds of games where there's kind of no pressure on them. The pressure's all on the other team to go out and perform. I mean, we saw them beat Manchester City earlier on in the season. I just get this feeling that Liverpool will win the game, but I don't think it'll be as clear-cut as everybody is going to bake out. I think it'll be hard fought. I think Liverpool will come out 2-1 victors, and I think that we will still be in the hunt for the Premier League as we roll forwards into the later weeks of the season. Right then, let's go through all those results one more time. So we've got Burnley 1, Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 2, Wolves 0, Palace 3, Watford 1, Brighton 1, Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2, Spurs 1. Right then, can anybody close this gap to Straight Edge TV? Surely we've got to have somebody who can get a little bit closer this week. Who knows? It might be us, hopefully. But still, that's my weekend's predictions done. I'm going to pass you on to the next person. Everybody, good luck in the competition. If you haven't hit the subscribe buttons here on the channel, please do so. If you want to pop over to my channel and do the same, that'd be great. But let's move on to the next one.
Hello, good to see you. My name is Tony, FMDNA, and these are my predictions for this week. What we got? We got Burnley versus Villa. I feel a draw. I feel a score draw as well. 1-1, 2-1. I feel I'm going to go 1-1. Chelsea versus Wolves. Wolves aren't been very great lately. Chelsea haven't been the best either. But it's Chelsea. They're at home. 2-0. Palace versus Watford. Watford are down. Palace are mid-table. Not much to talk about here other than it's going to be a bit of a boring game. Or is it? I'm going to go for a Palace 2-0 win. As Palace are at home, give them the advantage. And like I say, Watford are down. They're terrible as well. Brighton versus Man United. This is a tricky one. I really want to go for Brighton. As they're at home, I really want to go for Brighton and feel like they maybe would at least get a point out of this. But then something in the back of my head's telling me 2-0 to Man United. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Man United. Liverpool versus Spurs. Being a Spurs supporter, there's only one way this is going to go. I'm going to go 4-1 Liverpool. On to the next person.
Hi folks, my name is Corky and these are my FM Connection predictions for the weekend. I've prepared for this in absolutely no way whatsoever, so I'm just going to pull numbers out of thin air and hope for the best, and really can't be much worse than what my previous predictions have been anyway. So the first game, I'm going to say Burnley 2, Aston Villa 1. Second game, I'm going to go with Chelsea 2, Wolves 0. Third game, I'm going to say is Crystal Palace 1, Watford 0. Fourth game, I'm going to say Brighton 1, Man United 3. And the final game, sadly, I'm going to say Liverpool 2, Spurs 1. Don't forget to subscribe to the FM Connection YouTube channel. You can follow myself on Instagram and Twitter at Corky Blues, and you can catch me on twitch.tv/Corky Blues as well. But that's all for me. Have a nice weekend and take care.